So we are hearing cyber resilience. We have our Prime Minister talking about Digital India. And this Digital India has taken us many folds and many leaps and bounds from where India was. I represent a global non-profit organization which is into certification. With my experience, the previous panelists were talking about 30 years, how they have grown from our industrial revolution 2.0 to 4.0. And we had the gentleman talking about education, passion, and commitment to one's own self. With that preface, I want to, kind of get you familiarized with what we talk about cyber resilience. So what does cybersecurity mean for us? It's just protecting the information assets, okay? What is information assets? Knowledge is an information. What you and I have is information. The previous panelists were talking about IPR, okay? The pharma industry has a lot of IPRs, and we are into that stage where our country needs lot of protection, okay, in terms of the digital information era. Now, we have come out with some regulations in our country, but is that enough? Is it more for us, or is it less for us, or do we need to go ahead in that space, is what we need to understand, okay? Now, all of us know about the threats and challenges which we are facing in the world, right? Now, how do we manage these threats and challenges? Student community at large should know that there is a lot of opportunity in this area of cybersecurity for, years to come. We have about 8 lakh jobs in cybersecurity which is available for us to take in. Where does this statistics come from? From the government of India, okay? We had the minister talking in Jan, there was a summit that we have lack of 8 lakh jobs. Worldwide, it's about 3 million, okay? So, as student community or as working professionals, let's look at this area and get in ourselves skilled, upskilled, and kind of get employed. Now, the previous panelists were talking about automation. While automation is great, we also need the policies and procedures and the skill sets to manage that automation. We find challenges. The panelists were talking about women in the industrial revolution era. A lot of women have taken their role, okay, in cybersecurity, at least in this country, and they are heading a lot of positions. You can see, Rama Venugopal, who was the chairperson or the chairman of DSEI, before Vinay Godse took over as the chairman of DSEI, okay? So there are opportunities. It's up to the students and the working professionals how one needs to look at and come up. Your attitude, your professional approach, your hard work, and your commitment takes you places, okay? Now, what is resilience? To be talking about, we have been talking for years together about something called continuity management. Why do we build in continuity management? As organizations are evolving, and there are issues which can be incidents or which can be kind of the strikes which we talk about, you need to have a going concern or the organizations running in all kind of breakdown. How did we manage COVID? We did remote working. How did our entire workforce change? We adapted and adopted the new way of working. So it's a matter of how do we embrace change and how change has to be accepted within our work life. Now, if you ask any employee who has been, comfortable working from remote to come back to work place, to come back to organization to work, he or she finds it very difficult because he or she has accepted and adopted the new way of life. She or he can be able to, kind of manage his or her time so well that you have done a work-life balance, okay? So while we have done a work-life balance, we are also working towards building a resilient organization. Now, how is it very important for students, especially the student community? Why am I insisting on student? Because India has more than 50% young population. And this population needs to be, kind of looked at in a fashion where they are, helped and motivated to embrace cyber security and resilience. What is this big buzz about cybersecurity? Everybody has a phone, right? And as a parent, you want your child to be looking at content only for what is suitable for him or her. So as a parent as well, you would want to get yourself educated and make sure your child grows up in a way which is safe for him or her to be in this world, okay? So that is your cyber education, which has to go from your home to the organization level. Now, there are a lot of certifications which are available, okay? I represent one of the global organization. We have about 12 chapters in India. I represent one of the largest chapter, which is Mumbai, okay? And we would request the student community here to form a chapter and get together so that you are in a position to embrace those certifications which ISACA brings in for your benefit. How? You could get in touch with us and Mr. Milind, who is the chairperson of this event, has my contacts. I don't want to publish it here. Has my contacts. You can, get in touch with him and we can take you to ISACA Global. It's not that we will, we as Mumbai chapter are going to do something. You will get associated with ISACA Global, and that's how you can build a student community out here and get whatever good discounts in terms of your examination fees. The only challenge which everybody has is dollar payments. Let's work out, this I'm giving it from ISACA. Let's work out as a community and go with our strength to ISACA and negotiate our way through. We are in an economy which is growing, developing. In some areas we are developed. So let's leverage our strength, okay? Rest, I mean, everybody knows about cybersecurity. It's a matter that you have to embrace this particular area in such a way that you are leaders. Our country has taken leaps and bounds in terms of digitization, okay, with our Prime Minister heading it. So let's take that opportunity and work in this area. Thank you, everyone.